Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Buffett. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. And I'm hitting the wrong buttons all over the place. There we go. So, anyway, going to be a TvT here. And yes, we had a very good TvT a couple of days ago. It was actually MMA versus Polt, I think, and that one was crazy. It didn't last very long, but anyway, we're having another great one today. It's going to be TaeJa down the bottom left side of the map, and it is going to be Mr. MMA down the bottom right side of the map, and I forgot to say their info. Damn it. Alright, let's say MMA since we're over here. He is 25 years old, from South Korea. He plays for Team Acer, and yeah, he is very, very awesome. And TaeJa, on the other hand, is 19 years old, plays for South Korea, and well, he plays for Team Liquid. He's from South Korea. Technically, he plays for South Korea as well. I don't know the semantics and all that stuff, but right now he is 100% scouting in the wrong direction, which probably isn't going to lose him the game, but you never know. I mean, if there's a proxy starport or something, or a proxy barracks, then scouting in the wrong direction can indeed lose you the game. You got like a massive amount. There we go. This is a factory. I thought there was another barracks. I'd love to see like a 2 or 3 barracks Reaper swarm play. Just a crap ton of Reapers all over the place. The gas income would be phenomenal, but I think with 2 gas guys you could probably produce off 2 or 3 barracks, maybe just a ton of Reapers. But it doesn't look like we're going to see that. Just a single Marine going to be jumping out there, and a single Marine jumping out there as well. This is going to be the scout again in the wrong direction, but maybe we'll have some crossover here, and maybe MMA will realize what's going on. But anyway, you do have a factory coming out as well. Starport for both players, second gas for both players. It's Banshee all day long. Although we did actually see MMA, when he was going off against Polt, actually go for a fast Raven versus the Banshee play of Polt. So Polt went for the fast Banshee. MMA looked like he was going for the fast Banshee, went for the fast Raven instead, and this may indeed be what he's thinking of doing this game, like a fast Raven or something. And if TaeJa goes for a fast Banshee, then the Raven is very, very effectively going to counter it. So MMA starts with a fast Raven, follows it up with a Viking, and boom, you've got a Banshee harassment squad. So there we go, beautiful stuff. We do have Banshee harassment coming out from TaeJa. It looks like MMA is going for his own Banshee, so it's basically going to be just boom, boom, swap over. And MMA should still be okay if he chooses to go for a Raven after this. And my guess would be he is going to go for a Raven. He may feel like he wants to go for like double Banshee hits, one Banshee, then another one straight after that. But that's only if you feel confident that your opponent has no idea what's coming. And I mean, TaeJa is no slouch, so he definitely knows the game plan here. And everybody has got to know that a Banshee coming out of TaeJa is a definite possibility. So he was going for another Banshee there. I thought I saw another one cloaked up, but he did cancel it. What is going to be his play? I'd love to see a Raven. We're seeing a Raven coming out of TaeJa, so he knows what the play is. Oh, crossover from the Banshees, and instantly MMA, is he going to... Yes, there we go. There's the Raven coming straight out of there after he saw that crossover. So... Oh! That was beautiful. Look at that Widowmine go, and look at this Widowmine go. Managed to duke around it, actually. MMA managed to dodge the Widowmine. TaeJa unlucky. We're going to keep an eye on that guy. See if he gets any kills before he gets obliterated. I do not know, man. I feel like that Banshee is just going to go down. He's got the cloak on now. Starting to take some Marine kills, so that's nice. I don't think he wants to do a scan here. Doesn't want to waste a scan. The Raven is already out, but this Banshee is going to get a lot of kills while it is cloaked. And yeah, 6 kills so far. 7 kills, 8 kills from TaeJa's Banshee. This guy only got 3. The Raven is already out, so he's not having a great time there. Going to have to get out of there. And all that Banshee just got taken out for the Raven coming out from MMA. So far TaeJa doing a pretty good job of destroying more workers, more Marines. But I was about to say he lost his Banshee, but MMA lost his Banshee as well. So TaeJa coming out ahead of that exchange, and he's looking pretty good. He's a bit behind on the command center tech though, but he is ahead on the workers. So it's all over the place right now. I don't think anybody's really in the lead. We have a look at the units. It does look like MMA is continuing to push out with the Banshee pressure. I'm not sure if you really can do anything. Here's a Raven Viking kill squad. This is the ultimate force to deal with Banshees. And if he can somehow sneak his Banshee around, he's going the long way. Obviously going to try and hit the second base. Should be able to take out a few workers, especially if these guys are really out of position. There's some other position, I don't know. They're obviously expecting the Banshee to come straight through into the second base, but MMA playing it very safe, going around the long way. Sending out a Marine just to do a scout, but doesn't really see anything. And actually double Vikings, but it looks like both of them going for the Marine tank play here. We do have engineering ban, that's not going to help too much. So this Banshee might be able to get a few worker kills. Going for that worker, going for this worker. These guys are not too far away though, and they are going to be able to scare this Banshee away after only getting 3 kills. But 2 of those kills were worker kills, and that's evened up. Look at this, it's completely identical right there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Lucky for him, he got a Banshee. I think the Banshee actually died after 1 shot. The SCVs lasted 2 shots, but I think this Marine died after 1 shot, 1 volley from a Banshee. So that's pretty incredible. Yeah, look at this. We got a Banshee. Is that a... No, it's just a Marine. I thought MMA was still building Banshees, but apparently not. Here we go. The SCV coming in for the scout. Does not see anything except a really, really pissed off Marine. So down this guy is going to go, and that is an incredibly large explosion for a little SCV. There we go. The Banshee thinking about coming around again. There is a missile turret, and that is going to be more than enough to see the Banshee off. I don't know if it can squeeze past. Probably not. And going around this way, very, very risky with that Banshee flying around all over the place. Where is the damn Banshee? It's all the way over here. So there we go. He thinks this place is pretty secure, and probably is. He's going to try and squeeze past. I don't know how that's going to work. But MMA, it looks like he's going for a double-pronged with his main attack. Let's have a look at the count here. 3 tanks, 18 Marines versus 3 tanks, 19 Marines. And TaeJa does have a little bit of an advantage on the dropship. Oh, here we go. He's managed to sneak a Widow Mine all the way over there. This is going to be good. If he baits TaeJa into pulling some Marines in range of this Widow Mine, that could be great. He's got a small force over here waiting for a drop, so both players definitely thinking about doing something. Managed to get an SCV all the way around to repair this guy, and it looks like he did try and go in, but Banshee did end up getting owned, and it's a bit cloaked now, and we've got all sorts of crap going on all over the place. Finally, the Banshee hit squad comes in and takes that thing out. But here we go, double dropships, actually dropping some tanks off in the main base. A Viking is around to hit the medevacs a little bit. But if he manages to get a lot of Marines over here, he's got some support from the tank on the other side as well. This Raven going to get hit quite a bit. I think that TaeJa may have the air advantage, but the ground advantage is firmly in MMA's court right now. He's managed to use the high ground against TaeJa, the high ground of his own base, but the 3 tanks are pulling back, and even without being sieged up, he's taken out a lot of stuff here. Tank's doing a lot of damage. The factory is pretty much going to go down here. No way of saving that. But I don't know if they're going to be able to kill too much more. The tanks are in range, taking a hell of a lot of damage, but I think it's going to be enough, and MMA is forced to get out of there. So took out a factory, evened up. He army sizes quite well. Did not do any economic damage, unfortunately, and that's really what he wanted to do. He wanted to either outright win or do a lot of economic damage, but he's got some reinforcements coming in, and the economy is pretty much just dead straight. It looks like MMA's got quite a few mules, maybe not. How is his income so? I guess he's not harvesting as much gas as TaeJa is, but anyway, doing a great job. Both players doing a great job. And TaeJa, after losing his factory, is going to slow down his Widow Mine production, or his tank production, I should say. I don't think either player is really building a lot of Widow Mines at the moment. And here he goes. He's still got 2 tanks on the high ground. They've got the range all the way out to here. Tanks moving in, start taking fire straight away. You're going to siege up. You're going to start whacking this guy. He does have a lot of Marines, but TaeJa has a lot of Marines as well. And the second attack for MMA, I don't know, man. He could possibly do stuff, but he's actually... looks like they actually made it happen here, these tanks, right at the backside. Managed to stay alive. I thought that TaeJa was maybe making it happen here with that massive amount of Marine counter that he just rode in there. But obviously it was a matter of tanks. I mean, MMA went up, surprised him, took out his tanks. The tanks did not have the Marine protection they needed. And these tanks up the back just could not be touched. So if we have a look, we'll go back like 30 seconds or something like that. And we'll see what happens with the tank count here because, alright, so let's go into the unit count. 2 tanks for TaeJa, 3 for MMA right here. The tanks coming up, they're getting hit a little bit. The Marines go straight for the tanks here, really knocking these tanks aside. The Marines come in, they're trying to do a bit of a counter, but the tanks wiping out the Marines so easily. And that is really what it comes down to. You can sack 1,000,000 Marines. It does not matter as long as you keep your tanks alive. And these 2 tanks here, they only had a bunker protecting them. And it just was not enough for the full might of these Marines. And TaeJa's Marines, they are out of position. If they were in front, they would have soaked up so much Marine damage. Their tanks, it would have been a buffer zone to kill a lot of MMA's tanks. And it would have come out a lot better. I think the high ground advantage probably would have done it for him. But no Marines to protect his tanks. The tanks went down like a ton of bricks. And MMA's tanks survived. And you saw how fast the TaeJa's counter Marine force got massacred by the tank fire. Is just absolutely phenomenal. So there we go. Another beautiful MMA, which another beautiful TvT. Sorry, I suppose it was a beautiful MMA, but yeah, another beautiful TvT. And once again, Marine tank play with some early Banshee harass. It's a beautiful play. And you saw those guys, man. They were so close. The entire game, they're so close. But all it took for TaeJa was a little bit of his Marines being out of position, and that was it. So obviously, usually you have like a couple of Marines out on the field to try and keep an eye on what's going on. I don't think TaeJa had that. Maybe he sent one out and it got killed by the Widow Mine, although that Widow Mine has no kills. So yeah, I just do not know, but that's what happens, man. If your Marines are out of position, even for 2 seconds, then, well, even if it was a lot longer than 2 seconds, but even for a little bit, the tanks run up there and boom, your entire force is dead. And once you lost the tanks, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, if you lose tanks, it doesn't matter how many Marines you got if your enemy still has tanks, because those tanks are going to rip you apart. So anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching this game. Stay tuned tomorrow for another one. I'll see what other replays I can dig up. I'm starting to run out. It's funny, there hasn't been a replay pack uploaded since December last year, November last year. It's crazy, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I can always get Masters level replays. I can always get pro level replays, but I can't always get high level tournament quality pro level replays. They're a little bit harder to come by, so maybe I'll have to go back to like mid last year. There's a whole bunch of tournaments with replays. I haven't cast all of them, all of the replays, so I can probably go back to that. But yeah, it's getting crazy. Get the tournaments out there, get them uploaded. So anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow for another game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.